What's going on, y'all? 75Junction. It's your boy Sherm. I'm here with a very special guest today. Today we got Chase in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, yo. I'm blessed, man. Thank you, man, for just like having me here, man, for real.
Absolutely,
so,
bro.
I'm glad.
Absolutely,
blessed.
man. Appreciate you, man. So for those who don't know you, bro, can you just introduce yourself? Let us know who you are, what you do.
Yeah, man. My name is Chase. And like I model actually. So like I've been doing that for the past couple years now. About two years so far.
Okay.
Give or take, but honestly, like I just took it serious about last summer, really.
Okay.
So I mean, I think I've been pushing that now. So
For sure, man. So what made you want to model? Like, was that something just inherently you always wanted to do, or was it something that just you were like, let me try it one day, and then you just found a liking for it?
To be frank, it was just more so that I got motivated. I got motivated by like my peers, honestly, and like a lot of people was just doing things. Like I mean, just as far as business ventures or just anything, and like I definitely had a nice little like following. So I mean, I was thinking like, all right, so like, what exactly can I do, to like as well to stand out a bit.
Right.
And like I definitely had like to fall on back on like a few things, but like I've always like flirted with modeling. Always had. And like I kind of had just took it, like a little bit serious, like then really. So like it and it was a little bit of different motivations too as well. As far as competitively, as far as modeling goes anyway.
Let's talk about it, man. What inspired it?
So like like it's going like to sound really bad, but it had came from a genuine place. Because I had I definitely had seen a local guy that's a model too as well. And like he had a particular brand that was like attached to him. And it's like I was puzzled because he looked really basic guy and shit. I was like thinking like, all right, well, no offense, but I freaking look better than this man, but also too, like, what the heck is making him so different?
Yeah.
And then I said, well, shit, if it's like he freaking got that plug, then I damn sure, like can get somebody. Like it might not be somebody, like bigger or whichever case, or whether it be Haynes even. I didn't care, but like it had kind of fueled me to really just push it, honestly. So it was like a little bit of him, like that had gave me, like a little bit of an extra push too as well. Somebody in a way.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. I mean, it's just you see things all the time, right? You see somebody doing something like it, and it could be something as simple as seeing somebody doing something on YouTube. You're like, yo, they just up on YouTube doing some ASMR bullshit. Like I could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I could eat food in the microphone. Like
he said, I could eat food in the microphone.
That's facts though, because that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lane for
like,
that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, like if there's something, if it's that easy to make money or it's that easy to be successful in something,
why not?
Fuck it. Dude.
I mean, just like try it out. So yeah.
Right. Exactly, bro. So and doing modeling, man. What you model for Akoo, correct?
Yeah. Definitely.
So how did that whole thing get set up? Like, how did you get with Akoo, and what's the path moving forward with them?
To be honest with you, like as far as the path moving forward, like it's really a open book. They were like like the real first like real brand. Like give me a bit of an opportunity. And plus it is pretty much attached with T.I. and like T.I. Like is a dope artist, but more too. I mean, like his vision too. Yeah. But as far as even getting looked at, honestly, that was just because of a particular photographer named Christian. Christian is like visuals for whatever reason. Like me and him, both of us like just connect like differently. I'm not sure what it is, but whenever I guess that we mesh up, we like always like just do numbers for whichever reason. But it was like because of his particular photo shoot with me that had gotten noticed. Yeah. Noticed by a gentleman named Charles. And Charles had reached out to me on like the most randomest night of all nights. Like if anything else, I think it was probably coming on in from a bar like somewhere. And I had just noticed the like a photographer's name that popped up. And I mean, Like I just didn't think nothing of it. But like I had checked again. I said, okay, who's this guy? And he had introduced himself, and he had said that, hey, look, like I'm a photographer. My name is Charles. Like I work with T.I.'s brand Akoo. And I was like, pardon? Akoo. I was like, oh shoot,
That's dope.
I was like, okay, so this is actually legit. So I mean, like as far as that whole like partnership, like it's been, like a beautiful thing, honestly. Like the guys there are very, very, supportive. Supportive of, like the looks and stuff like that, especially with the photography. So like it's been a blessing, honestly. So I mean, like shout out though, man, to like Play, man. Play is, like dope, man.
Yeah, that's fine. That's Play knows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, bet. Yeah.
Instagram handle, but yeah.
Right.
Like, all of his visuals though are just very, very different. Very, very different. Like I think it takes a real life photographer to make a simplistic thing as far as a plastic cup really just like stand out.
Right.
And he just has a knack for that. So I mean, once I seen his work, I was like, okay, cool. I got to collab with this guy. Got to. So I mean,
okay, that's dope, man. That's dope. Now with Akoo and doing modeling for them, do they have it set up to the point where it's like contractual, or is it shoot by shoot?
Like it's more of like a little bit of both. But I would just say that it's literally like shoot by shoot. So I mean,
okay,
that was though like really dope to actually get a check like from that too as well.
Right.
So like once I got it in, like the mail, it was like really dope to actually just look on down and like see that. So like to really, I mean, just have another stream of, like income off of that is just, like a loan, like a bit of a positive, like step forward, obviously.
Right.
So, I mean, like it's really giving me like a little bit more like motivation to continue like pushing, because if it's like they are like seeing like something, then it's like, like another brand is too. Ironically. So yeah.
Right. That's fire. That's fire. So let me ask you this. So when it comes to, doing these shoots and modeling for their clothes and stuff like that, do they send you their clothes and you wear them and like they let you keep them, or is it just like are they gonna be like, okay, buy this specific item and we'll give you a discount and then you wear it?
To be honest with you, like it's a little bit of all three really. The biggest thing is with like Akoo, like it's more so that they'll have it already like set up, like as far as what clothes and what like kind of style from like the like the shirts to like the jeans to like the shoes. All that stuff is already laid out.
Okay.
All they need you, like to really do is just be there and just take the photos, obviously.
Right.
But as far as like keeping certain items, like with another brand, I have to like, with certain brands I have and other brands I don't, or I mean, like I might get a nice little discount from it too as well. So it always like varies. But this like particular brand that I'm about like to work with, like is definitely sending a particular item, and it's a really big brand. So like I was kind of shocked that they had looked at me of all people, because as you know that especially on like Instagram, like a lot of people tag so many like companies and so many different like brands and stuff like that.
Right.
So I mean, just as far as the thinking part, like I was just very, very surprised that they had even took out time to look at what I had, like the offer. So like that was very, very telling, but more so too, like it was telling me that I was heading in the right direction.
Right.
So I mean, once again, like I've been blessed, honestly. So it's very, very humbling though, honestly.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely weird though still.
I feel you. Yeah. Now for those that are watching and or listening, to explain a little bit of the ambiguity behind what he's saying, he has a company that has reached out to him and they have something in the works, but it's not official yet. So you don't want to obviously talk about it because it's a little bit sensitive. But having them actually reach out to you, you know what I'm saying? Like you told me off air before that you had like kind of a marketing plan about how you're gonna go about it. So how is it seeing your plan come into fruition?
What was crazy was because I had got asked, I think I got asked by a particular woman, you know, like, yo, so why do I always see you wearing this particular, you know, thing?
Right.
And it's like I said, well, like, listen, you know, like the trick is that it's a bit of a marketing ploy. So that hopefully, right, you know, like the more like, you know, visuals of it with like different like takes of me wearing this particular item, like it's going like to get their little bit of like attention, hopefully.
Right.
So I mean, like it was already like I'm like planned out really. So like as far as it actually working though, that was like the most like, you know, like positive part, because I did not really think it was gonna like the, you know, like hit off, but like it kind of did. So I mean, like as far as them even like confirming that too as well, said okay, cool then. So I mean, like I did like make a bit of a mark there.
Right.
So but again, like it's a little bit surreal, you know, like to actually see that and see, you know, the conversation. It's like, damn, like this is actually legit.
Right.
So yeah, man, you know, it's different
for sure, man. So you got Akoo, you have this other brand in the pocket.
Yep.
And you recently got another notification for something else, correct?
Oh yeah. Like I definitely had got like a magazine like interview with Voyage. And,
okay, nice.
You know, like I definitely had reached out. I reached out to them just on like the strength that a photo of a me got
Published.
Thank you. Published in like their magazine back in, I want to say about February of like this year. So
okay.
I mean,
nice.
Like I definitely had built up a nice little, you know, like work now, you know. So like pretty much I reached out to them to just take a bit of a look, and it's like again, like I was not like I was definitely shocked how quick, you know, like the day had reached back to me and said, yeah, sure, we'll like do a, you know, like an actual interview with you. So I mean, again, that was just me just like testing out like the waters and just reaching out. So you know, I like I guess I do have like what it takes clearly, but I was just kind of a bit taken back on that one. But
I feel that.
So that'll be coming out, I guess, within about like a couple weeks or so.
Okay, dope. Oh yeah,
definitely.
That's fire, bro. So
moving out here.
I got you, man. So moving forward, man, you got Akoo under your belt. You have this other brand. You have the magazine interview.
Yeah.
How are you looking at making things easier for you to get more jobs and to free up your time? Is that agent in the works, or what are we looking like in the future?
Like as far as the agent goes, per se, or like / like manager, like I do have a gentleman, you know, like obviously, like here in mine, but just as far as you know, like the overall goal, my goal is, you know, like to get to a agency. Honestly, that'll be, I mean, you know, like the biggest thing that I do want to do next. After that part, then it's like I guess I'll branch out to whatever else is, you know, like next, whether it be even like acting, and that's something else that, I mean, like I've been pretty much approached on, you know, like a few times, and that's just, you know, as far as myself, like right now, like it's not a real passion, but I guess that if there was like the right opportunity or just like a nice little cameo, you know, just come in,
right,
you know, smile, look good, and say, all right,
just
cool.
be like a someone in the background when the city's getting blown up or something. He's just in the back, like,
man,
oh shit,
like maybe that then.
Okay,
but
I got
just
you.
As far as a real passion for that, like you know, if it happens, you know, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Just overall, you know, like the modeling agency would like be dope, honestly. So
okay,
we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. More to come. But that's fire, man. So, I mean, being a model and, you know, doing it for the past 2 years now, what's some of the most difficult things that you've seen in being a model, or in your opinion, if there is any?
Like it's definitely, you know, like challenges always, you know, like, you know, between like just reaching out to different like photographers, to like trying like to figure out your lane, to like trying like be different. To try and like to keep up, you know, like your own like I guess like confidence too as well, you know, and just once you do have a bit of a plan or like a little bit of a purpose, like it kind of makes it like a little bit more easier, like to start, singling out, okay, so like I want to do this, so how exactly am I going like to get towards it type of thing.
Right.
So I mean, it's a little bit of madness too as well, because as a model, what you do want to be is a certain look. So like you do have to have a particular physique. So it's a lot honestly. But I mean, at the same time, is it fun? Yeah, I'm definitely having fun with it. Like I really do feel as if it is, my purpose almost a bit. So
yeah,
it's been dope.
For sure, man. That's the most important thing is, having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, if you get fun, if you're having fun, you're passionate about it, and you get paid to do it, life is good.
To me, that's a win-win.
Facts, absolutely.
So I mean, like, yeah, I mean,
absolutely. Now you mentioned confidence, man. Have you always had a certain confidence about you, or have you recently gone on like a expedition to gain more confidence? Like, what's going into that?
Well, like, what exactly I think is very, very telling and like very, very funny is that a lot of people, I mean, think I'm a certain way because I am a model, or like because of like the way that I guess I've looked. But like I tell people quick, man, like I really have very, very humble like beginnings.
Yeah. Like
even like as far as me growing up wise and stuff like that, I definitely had my own like confidence and personal like struggles, especially with like speech. I definitely have had a speech impediment since I was like probably about 5.
Yeah.
5 or 6, I think, roughly. But man, like just working like through that throughout like life, like it kind of had prepped up me for whatever else is next.
Right.
So as far as confidence go, like the confidence, it just came though because of just like myself and like trusting me. So like I kind of figured that like it was going to take a little bit of a point of like change like somewhere, but I just had like to figure out something.
Right.
So oddly though, for just speaking out in public or just speaking with other males and stuff like that, like I had trouble with. But for whatever reason, for females, it was never ever too much of an issue. So I'm not sure if it was like set up that way or whichever case, but that was like the case. So I mean, I think it was just between like like the females and stuff like that, like it gave me like a little bit more confidence, to be more telling or going.
Okay.
No, really. So
I got you.
But yeah,
that makes sense, man. Now, I feel like confidence oftentimes gets misconstrued for being narcissistic or egotistical. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there has to be. I mean, there's a fine line between them, but there is a such thing as a false positive. There's a false positive
definitely.
when it comes to confidence, because sometimes it's just a facade, because you have to be confident. Like I could go into an interview, not know what the hell I'm talking about, but be confident in what I'm saying,
correct,
and get hired because of my confidence and my bravado. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So I mean, like it's amazing how like that whole thing works though, because once you are very, very confident with like yourself and like what you bring, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. Like you're like, okay, cool, whatever else. But at the end of it, like I know me for like me. So as far as anyone else telling like different, it's like okay, it's just it's just a mindset, man, honestly. So I mean, like a lot of people can be very, very arrogant, but just I think that once you do have a bit of an open mind, like it balances out things so much more. So
yeah, absolutely, man,
it helps.
Absolutely, for sure. It definitely does. Now, we're in some trying times now with COVID going on and stuff like that. So how has that affected you, if at all, with modeling?
COVID hasn't stopped shit. Like these your like photographers are with the shits. Like regardless of whatever else is going on, a pandemic, quote unquote, or whichever case, if it is a particular shot that they are trying to get, or just as far as a particular brand or whatever else, they are with it, and it's like I think it is just because that a lot of people are really, really with the actual art, like the art of photography to like the art of modeling. So it goes like hand in hand. Like like I got to have like the right like photographer and just like, so forth. So I mean, like it's a real like trusting relationship. Like I mean, just like off a rip, because I'm trusting you to like capture certain moments, to like capture certain angles,
right?
And
right,
it's like,
right.
and it's like you're like trusting me to like give that type of like emotion to type of look, really.
Right.
So it has to be a particular look, because you can have like 200 photos, but like once you got that particular look, that's the one. So I mean, like it's a lot of work into modeling, but I can just imagine what it is with photography alone.
Right.
So it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot.
Okay, absolutely, man. I mean, and that makes sense. I feel like with COVID, it's challenging people to be
Creative.
inventive, creative, come up with new ways to do things that we normally did and thought, didn't think twice about it. Now we're having to do different things. But for a photographer, for a model, and for a brand is struggling to stay relevant in these times, because there's not events, there's not things to showcase these things. So they have to rely on photographers, they have to rely on models to show this is what we have going on. So I feel like this is prime time for y'all, you know what I'm saying? And plus, it's kind of a more intimate environment because it's just a photographer and the model, or maybe a few other people. It's not like a whole 50-person ensemble every time you do a shoot, unless you're doing some crazy like high-end professional shoot. But
that'd be nice too. But
yeah, it would be. But
yeah.
just for the sake of example, I mean, there's really no reason for it to stop, with COVID going on and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's dope. Now,
luckily,
you're right. Now I feel like depending on what choices you make in life, it tells a lot about a person. So I have a very important question for you when it comes to making choices in life. With your chicken wings, is it ranch or blue cheese?
All right.
You know I was going somewhere else with that.
Yo, well played. Well played, dog. Like, I mean, that was perfect, actually.
Yeah,
like,
you was expecting me to ask you, like,
yeah, man,
what type of women you like or something. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, like, just, bruh. Like, come on, bruh.
This will be a great question.
Yeah. Nah, he was like, detour, boom.
Yeah.
It's here.
But not really, though. Like, you like ranch or blue cheese on your wings, man. I feel like it's very important.
Man, honestly, I like hot sauce, man. Hot sauce. Yeah, hot sauce.
Just hot sauce,
Yeah, hot sauce. Okay. But, I mean, like, the ranch is, like, it's kind of different. It's kind of like when like people say like pizza goes with pineapples and shit. It's
nah,
like,
I don't fuck with that, bro.
It's
That's
like
not,
it doesn't.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That is trash. But but nah, man. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So you like to feel the burn. You don't like the cooling sensation from ranch or blue cheese or anything like that.
Not really. Not really.
I feel
mean, if it's like Chanelo's pizza with the ranch, that's a cheat code. I'm trying to tell people, but I mean, like people like frown at like Chanelo's because it's Chanelo's. It ain't Pizza Hut or whatever else.
I like the Nados, honestly. The Nados is good.
See. Yeah. So I mean, like, man, again, people have to be open minded, man. Like, I mean, like, they really do, and like, like to circle on back to even like modeling. That's the one thing I can say about, my like catalog is that it is very, very diverse. Like, it's not just a particular, like setting or like particular theme, but it's very, very diverse. And it's like I purposely had did that because I wanted like to be taken serious. Yeah. And just a lot of people that dive into modeling just do, like the typical thing. And which I'm not even like knocking it, but just, like the more revealing ones as far as you taking off a shirt or like, as far as like females just doing, the lingerie shoot and stuff like that, which is cool. But just, like for me personally, like I'm doing it though because of like the actual art of it, like the actual love for it, like I thrive in, like the more simplistic, like, pictures that are just you and a coffee table and just I don't know, like a cigar or something like that. Yeah. How do you make that intricate? How do you make that like, quote unquote dope? How do you do that? And it's like, for me, that's the challenge that I like there. Those ones.
Okay, that's dope. I feel that, man. I feel that. I like how you tied that in the chicken wings. That was fire.
Smooth, right? I like it.
But nah, seriously though, on a serious note, I do believe that there are things and choices that, define people. So what are some things that define you as far as your morals or your values that you hold close to you?
The biggest ones is that like I do have a bit of a code of honor or just like a bit of a code of ethics. Like,
Okay.
the way that I had grew up, especially with, like amongst other men, is that, like as far as you just having like to yell or like show out, like to make a point, you don't have to do that,
Right.
Like it's more power with very, very few words versus a whole paragraph or two of just, just you yelling.
Right.
So, I mean, like I'm more of that, type of guy. But as far as just, like the principles and stuff like that, yeah, it's just being a good person, man. Like, I mean, just like simply put, and just being like, like a good person, respectful, mindful, open-minded, and just, just being you. And it's like a lot of people want to be so many different people, so many different, like celebrities. Like instead of saying, okay, so what exactly makes me me? And it's like a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not afraid, like to say that like I love anime, like I love playing Smash Bros, like I love reading, like I love Sinatra. That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
But just like looking at me, you be like, this guy does not listen to like I do. So I mean, like the more different that a person is, that is like very, very telling. So I just feel that a lot of people, it's like especially nowadays, just need to be themselves.
Yeah.
Whatever else is you or whatever else that you like to do, that's like genuine. If it's genuine, then it's pure. So it's you.
Right.
Simple
Absolutely.
math, man. Simple.
And some people try to force it too. They be like, "Oh yeah, I'm weird," and they just do random weird shit just for the sake of doing it. And I'm like, "All right, now you're reaching a little bit." You know what I'm saying?
It kind of makes it a little bit of what's the word? Like I'm looking for. Like it's almost a bit of a oxymoron now because you are claiming weird, but you're not weird, but you're being weird to be weird.
Right.
Like what?
Right. It's like you're forcing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Obviously, like people have their own quirks or tendencies that they do.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying? But if you are showcasing that excessively to a point where you could tell when someone's forcing it. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you could tell when someone's not true to themselves or when they're trying to fit some type of mold that they're trying to sell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you see it on social media all the time, but
There's
finding
plenty of that.
yeah, absolutely.
Foolishness,
But
I call it, but
right, but finding that balance in yourself and learning who you truly are is beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it should be taken lightly because a lot of people would try to fit this mold to sell themselves to people to be accepted or whatever the case may be. But when in all actuality, you'll be accepted if you act yourself because chances are there's thousands of other people that act just like you that are on the same page.
Man.
So
it's a lot of that though. Especially with like the most simplest thing is with like women. Like a lot of peers, ask me what what do I do differently, and I just treat them like a person, just treat them, like a woman. It's not like it's not no voodoo magic or just like quote unquote game. Like I don't have a line. Like I'm just like myself. Like I'm a bit of a gentleman, but like besides that point, like it's just literally just treating them like a person. It's not like it's not hard, but just a lot of guys make it more hard with different tactics and stuff like that. But
no, definitely, absolutely, man. Because I mean, a lot of women have their guard up because they're expecting some corny game or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it does make it a little bit more difficult. But I mean, if you true to it, you know what I'm saying, you ain't gonna have no problems.
You hate to see it, man.
You really do.
Like I mean, if it's a L, take the L quietly and just go on about your day, man.
Right.
But just once you are like double texting or just sending massive DMs and stuff like it's like it's so many other women out here, so figure that out, man.
Right.
So,
absolutely, man.
It's weird.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do, man? But all right, man. We covered a lot, bro. We covered a lot, man. We covered a lot about the what you got going on with Akoo, some things coming in the future that are
plenty
that not yet mentioned. But do you have anything that you want to add, man, on concluding up before we wrap up?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out though to Mikey Rocks, man, because like
my boy,
that's
man. Yes,
like that's the guy, I mean, that gave me, like this extra push, especially once was up in Boston working and whatnot. And we all had a real deep conversation about like a couple of hours, but it was just, you know, like the way that he was talking and just motivating me was just like, he was like, yo, so what do you want to really do? And I was like, I want to model. And he was like, no, like, what do you really, really, really want to do? I was like, well, like, I do want to model. I want to be in Calvin Klein, to Fashion Nova, to, you know, all these other things. He was like, okay, well, like, do it. I was like, so why do you make it sound so simple? He was like, because it is simple, man. But it's just about you just owning it. And it's like, once he said that, but, you know, like, anybody else that has had a conversation with Mike knows that he, you know, it's just the way that I guess he like words it up to just his belief in you to get it done. Yeah. It's just like pretty much incredible. So besides him, like I would like to just shout out, like my ex, honestly, too. Because really, really, I think it was because of our breakup last summer, like it had kind of forged me to really push like, what it was that I guess I wanted, like to really do. Right. Honestly. So she had motivated me through a negative, honestly. So I mean, I think it was really that was honestly, like the real start of just change and, more of self-care, really, was that point. So, I mean, like last summer to like this summer is completely different. Very, very different. So, for that, I mean, it's a bit of a thank you, for that. And it's once I say that, like, I'm not meaning it, in a negative tone or just like whatever else, but it was just a lesson. It was like really, really about just self-care and just really, really just taking care of yourself first versus, like someone else. So, okay.
That's deep, man. That makes sense. Now, moving forward, where can people find you at as far as social media is concerned?
Social media, Instagram, it is the, God damn it, I keep on saying that, but it is like _ and then #1 and then Chase. Okay. But on Twitter, it is Chase NFK for, Norfolk.
Okay. So, got you. Yeah. Word. All right, man. There, yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you, man, for giving my platform opportunity and expressing interest, man.
Man, what? Like, listen, man. Thank you for even just finding just interest. I mean, like in me, like period. Absolutely, so I mean, man. That's like blessings, man. Like for real, seriously.
Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely, man. Well, once again, man, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate you for the opportunity, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow my boy Chase on all social media platforms. He's out here killing the modeling game.
I'm trying to.
He's on the come up, man. He's on the come up. He got some more stuff in tune for y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned. He got some big news coming very soon. So appreciate you, brother, once again.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely, blessings, man. All right, y'all. 75Junction out.
Peace.